This is the Ms.FitVegan Podcast, episode 555. I just got out of HIIT, High Intensity Interval Training class, and it's Sunday, January 7th, 2024, and most people by now, by the 7th day of the year, have failed to stick to the habits they promised themselves that they were going to follow through with for every single day this year. Don't worry, if that's you, you are normal, you are human, and you're just like 99% of the population. But if you'd like to be part of the 1%, then you've got to do something different. And this podcast is about opening your mind to something different. So let me explain. For a very long time, I have been listening to affirmations about being productive, about being disciplined, about being a hard worker, about, ignoring my feelings and doing things anyway, and being strong and being resilient and having discipline. And the truth, and, weight loss affirmations. And I've been listening to, just like Goggins and Jocko and Andy Frisella and Darren Hardy and Alex Hormozy and people like that. But the reality is that I didn't need that. I needed to listen to people like Louise Hay. I needed to listen to affirmations on feeling safe. Because the truth is that the reason why I had sleep issues my entire life and I could not lose the weight that I wanted to lose, and the reason why I had anxiety and I was holding myself back from being successful, holding myself back from being in a loving relationship, holding myself back from so many of my goals and dreams, is because I didn't feel safe in this world. I didn't feel that I was good enough. I didn't feel that no matter what I did, it didn't matter how much I worked. It didn't matter how many push-ups I did or how many green smoothies I drank or how many days I was raw, 100% raw for 13 years now. It's still not good enough, right? And that is the work I need to do. So some people have that down pat. They do feel safe. They can close their eyes and easily go to sleep. They can meditate in public or in a yoga class. They can easily feel comfortable in this world. And so perhaps they need things like Goggins and Jocko and, they need a kick in the ass like I can give you through my new book, Raw Vegan Excuses. Check it out on Amazon now. But I didn't need that. And so lately I've been listening to an audio. I want to tell you guys which audio. I've been listening to, it's called, hold on. I just had it. But basically, I don't have service right now where I am, so it's not going to load. But basically, it's affirmations on feeling safe. It's affirmations on feeling good enough and calming down and knowing that it's okay for me to take a break. It's okay for me to sleep. It's okay for me to relax. And these are affirmations I've never heard before. I am safe affirmations. Just type that into YouTube. I am safe affirmations. Because, some of you guys know that I was sexually abused as a kid. I was raped many times as a very young child, and many of you were as well. As a child, as a teenager, maybe in your 20s or 30s or 40s. And I'm sorry, but it's actually very, very common in this world, especially for women that don't have fathers. It's extremely common, unfortunately. More common than you think. And so my adult life, my teenage years and 20s and adult life, I used food and weight to protect me because I was scared to be attractive. I was scared of men. I was scared of attention from men. And today in HIIT class, I realized that I want to work on feeling safe. And I've been doing that, but not as much as I really, really want to, because that is the secret to my weight loss and getting my dream body. And I am starting to see a lot of progress, and I am really, really proud of myself that I'm being consistent with my HIIT class, with my Misfit Monday workouts, with my yoga, and my rebounder and stuff like that. And the truth is that as a raw vegan, I've been able to keep weight on mainly because it's a way that I feel safe. You know, the more attractive I am to men, the more scared I feel. I don't want attention from men. I don't want men to find me sexy or beautiful or desirable or attractive. And the unfortunate thing is that I'm not a lesbian, and I wish I was, because then it wouldn't matter. But see, me, I want to be in a loving relationship with a man. And in order to do that, I need to not be afraid of men. And in order to not be afraid of men, I need to work on that. It's not just going to happen. I'm not just going to wake up one day and not be afraid of men. I'm going to do the affirmations. I'm going to listen to the audios over and over and convince myself, just like I convinced myself that I'm a raw vegan, just like I convinced myself that I can be an entrepreneur, I can work for myself, I can have employees, I can have a large community, I can have a significant income, even with a very small following. I do not have over 100,000 followers on Instagram or YouTube, but yet I make more money than people that do. And how is that? It's because I've convinced myself that it's possible. And it is possible. And how? And listen, I'm not saying this is easy because, like I said, the actions come before the belief. So how in the fuck are you supposed to convince yourself something is possible before you see it in real life? And what happened is that I didn't believe it until I just started taking chances and doing it and putting myself out there and creating courses and books and just being consistent with posting, creating content, producing content like every single day of my life for the past 7 years. And then what happens is that it's inevitable. If you stay consistent, then you will be able to have a consistent income. And one step at a time, one baby small step at a time, you will be able to have books and courses and shirts and products and memberships and communities and things like that. But you have to stay consistent. You know, if you want a consistent income, you have to stay consistent. And I convinced myself of that, so I know that it's possible to change my beliefs. I know it's possible to feel safe in this world. I know it's possible to not be afraid of men. I know anything is possible because I've seen it. If I can run the Woodstock Fruit Festival, I know anything is possible because I didn't think that was possible. So now I know anything is possible. If I can make a full-time living just being myself, then my boo, anything you want to do is possible. Remember, this is corny as fuck, but I'm possible spells out impossible. So remember, even impossible is possible because it says I'm possible. So don't you dare ever say something's impossible. A lot of you guys contact me and say you want to move to Florida, you want to move to the tropics, but you're like, it's impossible right now because I have young kids, I don't have this money, I don't have that. But it's like, it's possible, boo. The words are right there. I'm possible. So I guess that's the end of the podcast. I just wanted to share. It's not easy to share, but that's what I'm working on right now, feeling safe. And I am losing weight, and I am getting toned, and I am getting the body of my dreams because I am now working and doing something different than I've done the past 13 years. Because if you think that you can just go raw and not work on your inner self and your fears and these beliefs that are not true, these false beliefs, well, boo, it's not going to work. You're going to find a way to sabotage. Lucky for me, I'm very, very, very committed. I'm very loyal. And when I find out about something, I go for it, 0 or 100. So I've been able to be raw, even though I haven't reached my physical body goals. Yes, I lost 60 pounds, but I haven't achieved the body of my dreams because honestly, I was afraid to lose weight. And your beliefs dictate your life, your mind. Look at your mind if you want to know what your body's going to look like in the future. If you want to know what your mind looked like in the past, look at your body now. Your mind is more powerful than you think. Yeah, the fruit and vegetables are powerful. Yeah, the treadmill's a good idea, but you're going to find a way to self-sabotage. And what happened is all throughout the past, many years that I've been exercising, I've always done it and then I stopped. As soon as I started losing weight and really, really looking the way that I really wanted to look and having the waist that I wanted to have and the butt that I wanted to have and the arms, I would always stop. I would always stop being consistent because it would scare me because I didn't want to be attractive. And now I'm realizing that the same thing's happening. And right now, I don't want to stop with my consistency because I'm actually really enjoying working out. I love to sweat. I love to work out with my community Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday at noon. So if you'd like to work out with me, okay, then check out Ms.FitMondays.com, MISFitMondays.com. And I'm just becoming aware. And awareness is the first step in the healing process. So what do you need to become aware of that you haven't been doing? January 7th, 2024 is here. So it is the time to get aware of what you haven't been looking at, because you've probably been looking at the diet and exercise, but have you been looking at your fear? Have you been looking at the reasons why you've self-sabotaged in the past? Have you been looking deeper beneath the surface? Because the diet and exercise is important, but it's a Band-Aid for the real issue here. And yeah, therapy helps. I need a therapist. If anybody has a therapist, please send me your recommendation, because I promised my best friend, Awa, shout out to Awa, World Art, check her out. I promised her that if she, I hope she's not going to be mad at me, her goal in 2024 is to eat one salad a week. And we made a deal, I made a deal with her that if she eats one salad a week, I'm going to go to one therapy session a week. But it's already been a week, January 7th, 2024, and I haven't. And I don't think she's eaten a salad either. I got to check on her. Okay, guys, that's it. That's the podcast. Thank you very, very much. If you'd like to work with me one-on-one to dive deep into the self-sabotaging, then send me an email, jd@MsFitVegan.com. We start my food addiction freedom course on February 15th, and that is exactly where you will become aware of your inner demons and your inner self-sabotaging voice and the person that's really running the show, because you're not running it. Your subconscious is. And just like my subconscious is afraid of men, it doesn't matter how much exercise I do or how many raw food days I do. It doesn't matter how raw I am, how many years, how many decades. I'll be raw 20 years and I could still have excess weight on me because of the fear. Fear keeps weight on you. Cortisol levels, anxiety, okay, self-sabotage. Yeah, you can still not have the body you want and be 100% raw. Did you know that? Because it has nothing to do with anything besides the subconscious. The subconscious is in charge. And so many people have been so wrong about me and just kind of offensive, but I don't take it personal. But so many people have told me, wow, if I didn't eat bread, I would be so skinny. Wow, how do you keep weight on? Are you not super, super skinny? And I want to answer, I never do, but I want to say, I was raped when I was very young, and so I'm afraid of men, so my subconscious has helped me to keep weight on so that I don't feel vulnerable and scared that I'm going to be raped again. But thanks for asking. Watch your words, boo, because you don't know who you're talking to. You don't know what's going to hurt somebody's feelings or offend them. Watch your words. And I know a lot of people say, no, I mean it in a compliment. I love your body, and I just am curious how you keep weight on because I love your body. And that's not offensive to me, but the offensive ones are the when, I remember, I'll never forget, a coworker said to me, wow, I can't believe you're not skinnier. If I didn't eat bread, I would be so skinny. And I'm just like, okay, great for you. That's great. That's not my experience on this earth. We all are given obstacles to turn them into opportunities. If you were abused as a kid, if you were robbed, if you were taken advantage of, if you were molested, if you were disrespected, if you were called names, if you were tortured and hurt in any way, please understand that it did in fact happen for you to learn the lessons that you came to earth to learn. And when you take 100% responsibility for your life and you realize that it was not your fault, what happened to you, but it is your responsibility to heal from it, that is when you get what you want. Victims never get what they want. Please check out my book. It's going to help you, boo. If you're living in a victim mentality, Raw Vegan Excuses is for you. It's on Amazon now. I love you, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye, boo.